This is Deep Roots. Deep Roots is a new series where we do a deep dive into the history, the culture of some of your favorite houseplants. Today, we've got a very special one. One of the most beloved houseplants, one of the most popular, one of the most beautiful. We've got the Monstera. Monstera originated in Panama, in southern Mexico, and a lot of other tropical areas, Southeast Asia. You can find them in Hawaii. In other areas like Australia, Monsteras are actually seen as invasive. So they kind of grow like weeds. They grow so tall, they wrap themselves around these really large trees that wildlife call home. So for example, koalas. Koalas aren't able to get to trees because of Monstera roots and Monstera leaf because they get so big there. So koalas and Monsteras are not friends, unfortunately. Monstera leaves can grow up to 1 meter in length, just the leaf itself. The plant can grow up to 20 meters in length, so it can climb a pretty tall tree. You have these fenestrations, so they are these holes within the leaves. As the leaves in the plant grows taller, it grows these fenestrations so that light can get to the leaves below. For example, if you have like leaves that are 20 meters high and 1 meter in length, it's probably going to cover up a lot of surface area at the bottom. So they grow these little holes and fenestrations so that light can pass through them down to the bottom leaves. The aerial roots on these Monsteras can grow super long, and they kind of wrap themselves around trees so that they grow taller. And they've been used in areas like Peru for ropes, or in southern Mexico for weaving baskets. There are about 22 different species of the Monstera, and the most common one, which I have here, is the Monstera deliciosa. So deliciosa means delicious, and that refers to the edible fruit that grows from the Monstera. So it's very uncommon to see Monstera fruits on houseplants, but if you go to, for example, a greenhouse or somewhere tropical, you're probably more likely to see one, which sucks because I would love to try one of the fruits. Apparently they taste like a cross between a pineapple and a banana, which sounds perfect for a pina colada. Monstera flowers kind of look like calla lily flowers. They have like that one large petal, and then the fruit kind of grows in the middle of that petal. And it kind of looks like a corn. Once it's ripe, you kind of peel those layers and it reveals the kernels. But instead of corn, the kernels are pineapple, banana, juiciness, deliciousness. Another species of the Monstera has been sweeping the internet. And I mean like all over plant pages, all over Pinterest. And they're going for like thousands of dollars. And yes, I'm talking about the Monstera albo, the Monstera Thai constellation. These are varieties that have that cream and white marbling on the leaves, which are pretty rare. This variegation in the Monstera leaves are actually due to a lack of chlorophyll. The green pigment that the Monstera needs to photosynthesize is lacking in variegated versions. In reality, if you think about it, technically that means that variegated versions are just weaker versions of the Monstera deliciosa because they don't have the chlorophyll needed to photosynthesize and grow as big. So you'll see that often they don't grow as fast, and they do need a lot of adequate light to stay variegated. The variegated Monstera has a few different types: the albo, the marmorata, the Thai constellation, and the mint, which I actually just learned about. So let's look at how much these variegated varieties are going for right now. So a Monstera Thai constellation, very small, no fenestrations, which are the little holes in the leaves. So it's a very young plant. going for $275. Let's look at another one. Rare Monstera aloe, fully established cutting from water to perlite and moss. So they just propagated it and they put it in a pot basically. It grew some roots and they're selling it for $385 Canadian. This one, guys, I don't even want to tell you. This is ridiculous. A 20-inch variegated Monstera leaf. A leaf is going for $200. Will have to propagate yourself. Okay, great, thank you. $200 for a leaf? That's pretty crazy. Anyways. So let's talk about care. So the Monstera likes a lot of bright indirect light, so that means there's not a direct amount of light coming at the plant itself, even though it can stand a couple hours a day of that. It thrives in high humidity and it grows in a temperature around 20 degrees and will stop growing 10 degrees and lower. I hope you learned something about your favorite plant today. If you have a Monstera, remember to comment below. If you have a variegated Monstera, let me know. Send me pics, I'm very jealous. If you have a mint Monstera, I've never seen one of those in real life. Actually, I've never seen any variegated Monstera in real life. Remember to like and subscribe and follow. Send this to your friends, your mom. Thanks. Bye. 3 times 2 is 5, so 50, just over 50 feet this plant can grow. 20 meters is 60 feet. There's 1 meter to a foot is 3 feet or so. No. 20 times 3